Hey Dave, how's it going? This is day 12, I think? Yeah, April 12th. What can I talk about today? I'll just do a nice little one take for you tonight since it's already like 9:43 p.m. and I want to hang out in Discord with some friends. But I was thinking about leadership images today because all the journal entries that I read in the past years for today on this date had a lot of leadership image ideas in them. One of them was John Green's Art Sphere, which focuses on collaboration and layer upon layer upon layer upon layer of contribution and generosity, which is really how a lot of stuff gets created. This whole idea that like one person does everything, this individualism that's focused on, is not really that true because things are more complicated than that. But the idea that I was thinking about is the bird in the cage with everything going on with coronavirus and people just sequestered in some places or still going out in some places because of how they serve. In the bird in the cage metaphor, the bird is inside the cage, and in one version of the story, right, the bird wants freedom. The bird wants to escape. So the door opens and the bird runs out. And with that comes the responsibility of the consequences of leaving and going somewhere else and facing the responsibility of that. But the other idea in that sort of parable of the bird in the cage is the bird isn't yelling freedom or squawking freedom because it wants it, but because it's afraid of it. It's afraid of the responsibility that comes with having to make decisions and engage with the world instead of having security. And I think, Discord, I think to go along with that, if you have people indoors like this and you have things being canceled and you have a lot more freedom to be in the same place and have a better relationship with solitude, I was just thinking about how that causes people to refocus. This whole situation happening is very different from the normal that we're used to, and that causes a sort of great pause, depending on, of course, the circumstances one person's facing. For me, it's caused pause because I have privilege and stability and resources and all that stuff, unlike everyone. Not everyone, just there's a lot complicated. But I think it's important to write a script of service and generosity and kindness and grace and do all of those things without writing a script based in fear. Because I feel like we'd like to think that security is always 100% guaranteed. But tomorrow promises nothing. Like security, there's no such thing as 100% security. Every time I step outside and do something, life is, living by risk. That's sort of the way that life is. But I don't want to be that bird that, throws caution to the wind outside. And I don't want to be the bird that stays in the same place all the time and writes a script based in fear and never accomplishes anything or cares. So that's a metaphor I've been thinking about recently. Have a great Dave. I'll keep on mattering in ways that aren't based in fear, but based in like generosity, love, and kindness. That's my thought. See you tomorrow.